The dilemma for Russia as Finland joins NATO and the risk of nuclear conflict. Finland's accession to NATO has extended the alliance's front line with Russia by 1,300 kilometers and increased pressure on the northwestern region of Russia. If NATO deploys missiles to Finland, Russia will have few options other than to deploy nuclear weapons to the Baltic and Scandinavian regions, increasing the risk of nuclear conflict. The US and NATO's inclusion of Finland in the military bloc also has economic and geopolitical depth, and could potentially bring Sweden into the alliance in the future. Russian oil circumventing sanctions. Unusual findings in a country that only sells non-sanctioned oil. Despite the European Union's sanctions since February 2022, Russian crude oil continues to be shipped to global markets. This may be possible due to the difficulty in controlling and distinguishing crude oil from different sources. In addition, the refining process eliminates any trace of the source of the raw material. Many experts suspect that Russia is finding ways to reach the European market through intermediary routes such as Azerbaijan and Turkey. A recent report shows that Russian oil is being sold at prices far exceeding the ceiling imposed by the G7 countries in December last year. Chinese banks struggling with bad debt. Chinese banks are facing a decline in credit quality due to a weakened real estate sector, having sold hundreds of billions of yuan of bad debt. However, measures to dispose of bad debt such as selling hard-to-recover loans and securitizing bad debt have helped banks maintain stable bad debt ratios. The total amount of bad debt sold was 2.7 trillion Chinese yuan, and some asset management companies were invited to handle difficult-to-recover loans. Credit rating agencies have warned about poor risk management practices at asset management companies. Philippines, U.S. hold biggest ever drills to counter China. The Philippines and the U.S. have launched their largest ever joint military drills involving 17,600 troops from both countries. The war games aim to enhance their interoperability, including live fire drills and maritime security, amid China's increasing assertiveness in the region. The new exercises come a day after China concluded military exercises around Taiwan. Last week, the Philippines announced 4 new bases that the U.S. can access to strengthen its coastal defense posture in the Luzon Strait, a waterway between the Philippines and Taiwan. Apple starts first round of layoffs. Apple is laying off some employees in its enterprise retail division, marking its first internal staff cuts since beginning cost-cutting efforts last year. The company is cutting positions in what it calls its development and maintenance group, responsible for building and maintaining Apple's retail stores and other facilities worldwide. Although the exact number of employees affected is not clear, the move shows that Apple is not immune to the wave of layoffs that other companies in the same industry are having to undertake amid a fragile economy and slow consumer spending.